This is Andrew, and welcome back to Madman Review. Today we'll be taking another look at knives. In previous episodes, we've talked about everyday carry folding knives and fixed blade knives. I briefly touched on certain knives that would be good for camping and all that bushcraft goodness. In this episode, we will focus on knives made specifically for the outdoors. If you've ever been deep into nature and tried out camping, you would know that a knife is a crucial survival tool. It is such a versatile little tool that you have a much higher chance of survival if you have one of those on your person. The wilderness that many people appreciate can be tamed if you have the right tools. Among those is a knife. You may be tempted to bring a folding knife out of the wild because it is light and compact, but it isn't meant to be used outdoors. If you do, chances are that it will jam or even break if you put it through heavy jobs. Therefore, a fixed blade knife would be better. Even so, not all knives are made equal, and some fixed-blade knives are better suited for the outdoors than others. If you want something that would never let you down in the wild, I have some recommendations for you. As always, the links to these products are in the description below, so make sure to check it out. The Fullkniven A1 Knife. Fullkniven makes some really good knives, since the company was founded way back in 1987. It's a shame that they aren't as famous as they deserve to be. They have plenty of experience when it comes to making solid bushcraft knives. One of the best creations is the F1, which achieved legendary status. The A1 is designed based on the F1. It features a laminated VG10 blade and a Kraton handle. It might be a little pricey for a knife, but those who have used the A1 will tell you that it's totally worth the investment. The Boker Arbolito Bushcraft Knife. Boker is a German knife maker. As far as German quality goes, expect nothing short of excellence. Boker's main offerings revolve around everyday carry knives, so the Arbolito is a break from tradition. Likely they nailed the design on this one. You get a Bowler N690 steel blade, micarta handle scales, and a flat spine to strike your Ferrero rod. The knife comes with a real leather sheath that ages like fine wine. The Benchmade 202 Lyoko Knife. The Lyoko looks like your traditional knife, and this style is not going to go out of fashion anytime soon, especially when versatility in the wild is concerned. The Lyoko features a long and slim curved edge, straight back, flat spine, ergonomic handle, and a hidden tang. The design is based on the classic and iconic Scandinavian Poko, and the Lyoko seeks to improve on the timeless design. The Lyoko features a CPM3V steel blade and synthetic Santoprene handle. The texture gives a secure grip even with gloves and regardless of the weather condition. It's tough and will serve you well in the wild. Tops Knives B.O.B. Brothers of Bushcraft Knives. Tops is one of those knife makers that really know their craft. They kept churning out one excellent knife after another. Oftentimes, they take their design a step further, and you can tell it's a Tops knife when it features aggressive features and over-the-top design. But I'm not complaining. It's just that Tops has a lot of passionate people in their production team, and that's a good thing. That said, their knives aren't just about looks. They know how to make compromises and tone down the aggressive design to create a more purpose-driven tool. B.O.B. is an example of that. What you get is a gorgeous and easy-to-maintain knife that comes with a 1095 steel blade and a micarta handle. The handy little hole in the handle lets you slap in a Ferrero rod to start a fire or run a bow drill through if you want to start a fire the traditional way. The grip is subtly shaped to fit in your hand comfortably, plus you get a Kydex sheath with the knife upon purchase. The Morkaniv Bushcraft Knife. It's affordable, it's simple, it's reliable. What more can you ask for? This is the definitive proof that you do not need to shell out a lot of money just to get a good knife for all your survival and camping needs. Morkaniv is known for making budget yet reliable knives designed for the outdoors for well over 15 years. You might have heard about the famous companion knife from the same company. The Bushcraft knife shares some features such as the silhouette. The blade is crafted from carbon steel so it retains its edge very well. The sheath is worth a mention as it comes with a plethora of features, including a diamond sharpener and a fire-starting Ferrero rod that is rated at 7,000 strikes and 3,000 degree sparks. The Hella Knives Temagami Field Knife. If you're interested in a more traditional knife, this one might suit you. Despite the name, it follows the traditional Scandinavian bushcraft knife. You have a curly handle made of birch wood paired up with a triple laminated stainless steel blade. The company, Hella, partnered up with the legendary Les Strode to create a truly exceptional and reliable knife. To sweeten the deal even more, you also get a premium leather belt sheath with your purchase. The ESEE 5P Knife. ESEE is also a reputable bushcraft knife maker, and they're known for their wide range of offerings to suit pretty much everyone. All their knives are excellent, but if I had to choose one, I would go for the 5P. It strikes that perfect balance between versatility and comfort. You get a black finished 1095 carbon steel blade and micarta handle that gives an excellent grip regardless of the weather condition. The end of the one handle is designed so that it could work as a glass breaker and a lanyard attachment point. With this purchase, you also get a Kydex sheath. The Bark River Knives Aurora Bushcraft Knife. This modest knife boasts a CPM-3V steel drop point blade and a micarta handle, which allows for a secured and comfortable grip in all conditions. Though it does not look like the most beautiful knife in the world, it places itself on the high-end spectrum for bushcraft knives. It is made with a heavier emphasis on form and functionality over aesthetics, and it delivers. The canvas handle is cleverly shaped so that it fits snugly in your hand even when you have gloves on. In fact, it fits so nicely in your hand that you feel as if it's a part of your body. It's just that comfortable to use. The Spyderco Zoomer Bushcraft Knife. Last but not least, we have the Zoomer from Spyderco. If there's one knife that I can bet my life on, it would be this one. It's a top-tier knife with a hefty price tag, which I can say is the only downside. So, what does this knife have to offer? For one, the knife was designed by a world-class survivalist, Thomas Zoomer. The thought process behind this is pretty simple. If you want a top-of-the-line survival knife, you get a survivalist of a comparable caliber to pen the design. Spyderco did just that. Although you might feel bad to put the knife this expensive through abuse, the materials that went into its creation justified its price point. You get a drop point CPM 20CV blade with a convex grind and a pair of nicely machined G10 handle scales, not to mention a premium leather sheath for ease of transport. The knife is built like a tank, and it will most likely outlive you with proper care. The Ontario Knife Company 8696 Bushcraft Knife. The name may suggest a military background, and you'd be right to think that. They have been making military-issue knives in the United States for many years. At the same time, they also started making bushcraft knives, and they are doing pretty well. They make some beautiful and reliable knives such as the 8696. So what is the difference between their military-oriented knives and their bushcraft knives? The latter is more aesthetically pleasing, as they can ditch the tactical look and features. The 8696 looks minimalistic, and the walnut handle gives it an ageless look. You get a 5160 drop point steel blade that is super easy to maintain. Plus, the knife comes in a beautiful nylon sheath, so you can stick it to your belt. And there you have it, folks. There are my top 10 recommendations for bushcraft survival knives. If you have ever used any of these knives or have any other recommendations, let us know in the comment section below. Consider giving us a like if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe and stay tuned for more content to come. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next episode of Madman Review.